Database, data warehouse, and data mart are some important terms that are very important to understand for data engineers and data analysts right now. So here is what my understanding of all these terms tell about. Like, database is simply a structured format or a location where some data is getting stored. So you can it doesn't mean that every database is a data warehouse. So simply what does that mean is like, whenever any transaction, suppose in an e-commerce platform or any bank transactions are happening, where data is coming every day, some transaction is happening and you have to store the data in a particular table like format. So in those cases you can just take an example of OLTP, that is online transaction processing kind of a database, where every day new transactions are getting added in the list or in the database. So that is a normal database, like in real time everything is getting updated, all the data is getting added to that. But what happens, like, why we are actually just storing the data, why we are just storing the data for, maybe if a person or the customer needs some historical data, then we have to give them. And second, we also want to take, or the company needs to take some important steps, important decisions, so they can just make their business better and get some better profits out of that, better sales in the future, and just expand their business. So how they will be able to do that? By analyzing the trends, by getting some insights from the data that they have collected. But what are the basic problems that are happening? Like, in the real time data is getting changed. So we can't actually just run real time queries on that kind of data, because it is constantly changing. And also, since it is a very big database, like real time database, so it takes a lot of time to give actual insights from that kind of queries. So what happens that we the some innovations have been done, and OLAP systems came into place, that is online analytical processing. So here what we do is like, we just move the data from real time databases to these data warehouses or these OLAP systems. So here is how you came to know that what is a data warehouse. Warehouse is a kind of an OLAP system, online analytical purpose, that the data analysts generally use to get all the data and analyze it. So then who is responsible for moving the data from a database to a data warehouse? So that is the work that is generally done by data engineers. So data engineers can use different technologies. So the most important thing that data engineers do is like, they just set up ETL pipelines. What is ETL? Like, it is a part of a different video, but here is the basic difference between a database and data warehouse. Like, data warehouse is also a database, but it is mainly used for a analytical purpose. Like, it is not updating in real time with new just data coming into place. It can be like, on some intervals data can be coming through ETL pipelines, and this is done by generally the data engineers. They use different technologies to do that. Now, what is the difference between data warehouse and a data mart? Suppose there's a big company, and each and every company must be having different departments, some sales department, some finance department, some operations department, and all of the data that the company is just coming at a place in data warehouse, all the data is not required from each and every department. So what happens that we create data marts for individual departments. So data mart is a kind of a data warehouse for a specific department, like department wise it is made. So that is the difference between database and data warehouse and a data mart.